Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the beautiful campus of Cascia Hall in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as we get ready for some robotics at the Oklahoma FTC League Match 3. After a short delay of teams getting through inspection early in this year, we are now ready to begin. Teams are getting their robots on the field, and we'll get to it. We start with Qualification Match 1. On the Red Alliance is Team 19668, Hive Mind, and Team 18274, Project Paradox. On the opposite side of the field on the Blue Alliance is Team 9898, 98 Squared, as well as Team 10355, Project Peacock. Objects are randomized here as we begin Qualification Match 1. First match begins with a field fault. We'll try that again. All right, with our objects set, Red Alliance, are you ready? Red Alliance is ready. And we begin autonomous in the first match of this qualifier, an early qualifier. During the first 30 seconds, teams will have the opportunity to do different tasks autonomously with their robots. A lot of this teams on the field have probably been prioritizing mechanical building of their robots over the programming of their robots. We do have one robot that heads to the warehouse just at the end. And now all robots are moving on the field. Hive Mind going to place in the back on the shared shipping hub. Meanwhile, it looks like Project Paradox tipped over but managed to right themselves. On the Blue Alliance side, Project Peacock going to place some freight on the shared shipping hub, while 98 Squared is having some trouble getting over the barriers into the warehouse. Hive Mind continues to place freight on that shared shipping hub. It is now tipped towards red. Meanwhile, Project Paradox going, it appears, for the Red Alliance shipping hub. And an unfortunate bounce for Project Peacock, whose freight seems to go into the red side of the shared shipping hub. Project Peacock gets one freight into their Alliance shipping hub, getting them onto the board. And Peacock places another piece of freight. And as we head into endgame, we may see some teams that are scoring ducks, delivering them onto the field from the carousels. That would be the little turntables at the front of the field. Here they come. Looks like Project Paradox is attempting to get one duck on the field, and they do have one duck on the field. Now two on the field. Continuing on for a third. Oh, and perhaps a fourth, depending on the timing. We'll have to find out from our referees whether or not that one made it on in time. So we have the unofficial score up there for match one. Currently 7-43. Referees will consult on penalties as well as potential scoring differences, making sure that everything is correct before they release the correct final score. And we do have an official score here. It is a 7-87 win for the Red Alliance. Congratulations to the Red Alliance, Hive Mind, and Project Paradox. We get ready for Qualification Match 2 here at League Meet 3, Oklahoma FTC League Meet 3. We start off with the Red Alliance, Team 18577, the MPS Wings. What does MPS stand for?
McAllister Public Schools.
McAllister Public Schools. Makes sense. Teamed up with them is their fellow schoolmates, Team Gold, 16641. Meanwhile, on the Blue Alliance, we have Lego Queens, Team 18410, and Leviathan Robotics, Team 14906.
Never got like a small spot.
The referees are now placing the ducks in random spots, so the teams cannot pre-program their robot to know how to get the bonus. And we are off on match 2 of Oklahoma League Meet 3. We do have some action right at the beginning as Lego Queens move into the warehouse. No movement yet on the red side of the field. Again, with this early of an event, many teams have been prioritizing mechanical building of their robots, as well as I know some teams just recently received their kits. So good job for all who made it out here today, got their robot through inspection, and are playing. And as we head into the teleop period, it looks like it is a 5-0 lead for the Blue Alliance. Both of the Blue Alliance robots are moving on the field. However, it looks like, oh, there's some motion, there's some life from the Red Alliance. Looks like Lego Queens are looking to score some freight, and there they do! On the second tier of the Blue Alliance shipping hub. Meanwhile, Leviathan going into the warehouse, trying to get some freight out, proper warehouse operations. Oh, and it looks like a freight from the Blue Alliance trying to make it into their storage unit, rolled all the way across the field, almost wound up in the red storage unit. Lego Queens raising up another freight, powering across the barrier with those off-roading wheels. And they place another one into the Blue Alliance shipping hub. Leviathan trying to get a freight into that storage unit. And they do place it there as we get into the end game. Leviathan moving a duck gently, trying to deliver it. Oh, it might be stuck. Can they deliver it? There it goes off of the carousel. And they place another duck. They speed things up, and there that one goes. It falls. Oh, and one more that doesn't quite make it. We'll wait for our final score. And it looks like we have an official score from Qualification Match 2. It is a Blue Alliance victory, 34-33. Congratulations to the Blue Alliance. All right, and as we prepare for Qualification Match 3, on the Red Alliance, we have Team 18575, the McAllister Buffs. Also on the Red Alliance, we have Team 18574, the McAllister Black. Facing off on the opposite side of the field, we have Team 11354, the Midnight Ostrich Runners. And their alliance partners, Team 6042, the Commando Bots. All right, and the robots are off. Quickly, 6042 looking to deliver a duck. I think that might be, if it happened, the first duck delivered in autonomous, but doesn't quite work out for them. Looks like they then move into the storage unit. Meanwhile, their alliance partners, the Midnight Ostrich Runners, moved into the warehouse. These operations give teams points during autonomous. As we head into the teleoperated period, we have all four robots moving. Looks like Midnight Ostrich Runners are looking to grab their team shipping element. Meanwhile, the Commando Bots hanging out at the front of the field. Looks like they're just getting out of the way. Midnight Ostrich Runners score their first freight onto the blue shipping hub. Wow. Midnight Ostrich Runners getting another piece of freight onto the blue line shipping hub. They might have to go fetch their team marker later on. Meanwhile, the Buffs and the Blacks trying to push some freight across the field, get it into their storage unit, it appears. Commando Bots are now inching towards the delivery wheel. The carousel, that is. And as we begin in-game, Commando Bots trying to deliver that duck. It just won't go. Meanwhile, the Midnight Ostrich Runners place a piece of freight into the shared shipping hub, trying to tip it in their way. And just before the end of the game, Commando Bots make a leap into the warehouse. We'll see if they made it in time. And it is a Blue Alliance victory, 44-13 in match 3. And while we have this opportunity, the Commando Bots, hosts of today's league meet, would like to recognize Catholic Charities. Many Commando Bots members volunteer at Catholic Charities. They invite you to support this wonderful organization and learn more about their services. All right, as we prepare for qualification match 4, We start with the Red Alliance, where we have Team 14906, Leviathan. And their alliance partners on the red side is 19668, Hive Mind. Shifting over to the blue side of the field, we have Team 18410, the Lego Queens. And their alliance partners, 18274, Project Paradox. Oh, and it looks like the field is being adjusted here. The Blue Alliance carousel seems was out of alignment. They're getting that measured and corrected. And while we have this opportunity, if anyone has any duck jokes, I'd be happy to hear them. You can either put them into the Twitch chat, or you can just come over to the announcer booth if you're here. You can message me on the Oklahoma FTC Discord account. All right, it looks like the referees are randomizing the ducks on the field. All right, and as we begin qualification match 4, we see signs of life from the Lego Queens. No other robots moving at this time on the field yet. We've seen some late starters. We'll find out if anyone else moves here in a minute. I should say, in just 6 seconds. And heading into teleop, the Blue Alliance starts with a 5-0 victory, with a lead, but immediately it's wiped out by a hive mind freight placed into the shared shipping hub. Fighting back, Blue Alliance has a freight in their shipping hub. All robots are scrambling around the field right now. Lego Queens again placing a piece of freight in their shipping hub. Hive Mind placing a piece of freight in the shared shipping hub, but it looks like it went into the Blue Alliance's half of that hub. Hive Mind going to place another freight into the shared shipping hub. Placing freight into the shared shipping hub tips the shared shipping hub, and if it's tipped in your alliance's direction, then you get additional points at the end. And here comes another one, and it looks like that shared shipping hub is beginning to tip in red's favor. It was tipped towards both, but now is moving towards red. Lego Queens go to place freight, but it pops out, unfortunate for them. And now we head into the final 30 seconds, the end game of this match. Looks like the Red Alliance is trying to deliver a duck unsuccessfully as it flies off of the carousel. Blue Alliance trying to get lined up. Lego Queens trying to get their delivery mechanism to make contact with the carousel. Meanwhile, Hive Mind continuing to place freight in the end, and that's it. We'll check back in for the official score of this one. Final scores are being tallied from Qualification Match 4 as we already display a preview of Match 5. A final score in Qualification Match 4, 27-74, dominant Red Alliance victory. field maintenance going on between matches here. All right, and we have motion by both alliances at the beginning of Autonomous, and their commando bots deliver a duck. Midnight Ostrich Runners unable to. Midnight Ostrich Runners seem to go back to their alliance shipping hub. Commando bots looking to park in their storage unit. Some good motion by both of those teams as we prepare to go into teleop. Red Alliance starting off with a 13-0 advantage as we go into teleop, but quickly the Midnight Ostrich Runners place some freight on the lowest tier of their Alliance shipping hub. Meanwhile, 9898 places a piece of freight of their own onto the top of their red shipping hub. Looks like McAllister Gold is moving, though slowly, getting into position. The Midnight Ostrich Runners dropping one of their pieces of freight as they go over the barrier. That barrier is there to trip teams up just like that. 6042 clearly perching, waiting for in-game to deliver ducks. And here comes another attempt by Midnight Ostrich Runners. They do place a freight on the top tier of their shipping hub successfully. Looking to place another one. And they place a duck there as well. So it's currently 3 pieces of freight on the Blue Alliance shipping hub, 1 on the red shipping hub, different tiers involved. Each of those will count for different points. Midnight Ostrich Runners looking to place another one. And they do just before the beginning of the end game. As in-game begins, ducks are falling on the Red Alliance side as 6042 is now a machine delivering those ducks like at St. Francis Hospital with babies. And on the Blue Alliance, they're delivering ducks as well. Quackers falling everywhere. Red Alliance, Commando bots dive into their warehouse maybe before the end of the buzzer. We have unofficial scores up now. The referees will tally everything up, and we'll find out who won that match in a moment. And it's official, a Red Alliance victory, 83-42. Congratulations to the Commando Bots and 98 Squared. And as we prepare for qualification match 6, let's meet the teams that are involved. First on the Red Alliance, we have team 18574, McAllister Black. Also on the Red Alliance, their partners, team 10355, Project Peacock. Shifting over to the blue side of the field, we have team 18577, McAllister Wings, and team 18575, McAllister Buffs. We start off autonomous, no robots on the field moving yet. And when there are no robots moving on the field, I always like to take this opportunity to have you think about how difficult it is to get autonomous going, to get these robots programmed. So it's almost more special when you do see robots moving on the field. Just think about how much work that they've put into it to make that happen. right, with teleop beginning, we do have all 4 robots moving. Project Peacock very quick on the Red Alliance to score a piece of freight in their team's shipping hub. Their partners, McAllister Black, moving across the field, perhaps as a defensive maneuver. Wings and Buffs are trying to finagle a duck to get it to go into the storage unit. Looks like it's there. And it does indeed look like McAllister Black is trying to play some defense on their schoolmates. Defense is allowed within certain parameters. There are penalties for certain kinds of defense that make it unfair, but some defense is allowed. Meanwhile, Project Peacock is working on offense. Offense as they try to place another freight in the shared shipping hub, and they do. It is tipped well in the Red Alliance's favor. If it remains that way, it would give them a good bonus at the end. All the McAllister robots suddenly clear out of the pile they were in. Perhaps it's to get ready for in-game. And we are now at in-game. Quickly moving across the field is Project Peacock. It looks like they're going to try to deliver some ducks. McAllister Black getting out of their way. Oh, and the duck goes the opposite direction, then falls off. Oh, and a little bit too much as these ducks are falling off of the carousel. Project Peacock abandons that effort and heads into their warehouse. And that's the end of the match. We'll check back in for final scores. And we do have a duck joke that's been submitted on Twitch on the live stream. Why did the duck get arrested for selling quack? Oh, that was the joke. Oh, we need a better MC. All right, I appreciate the support as Red Alliance officially 54-13 victory. And for those who didn't hear it, I was just told that my duck jokes fit the bill. right, as we prepare for qualification match 7, let's meet the teams that are going to compete. First, for the Red Alliance, we have team 18410, the Lego Queens. Joining them on the Red Alliance is team 11354. That would be the Midnight Ostrich Runners. And flipping over to the blue side of play on Blue Alliance 6042 Commando Bots immediately, whoa! Midnight Ostrich Runners running across the fields, railroading the shared shipping hub. That was quite impressive, though it will also rack up impressive amounts of penalties, I believe. 6042 Commando Bots do get that duck delivered, and their teammates are team 18274, Project Paradox. And don't look to me for the penalties. That's the ref's job. My call is unofficial. All right, and after an exciting start, the Midnight Ostrich Runners are not moving, but everyone else on the field is. Oh, there they go. And we see Lego Queens placing freight. First freight placed for the Red Alliance. Project Paradox bouncing along in that little robot, grabbing freight. Looks like they're going to try to place. 6042 just tucking in, waiting for in-game to deliver ducks. Midnight Ostrich Runners continue to have troubles. It looks like they're trying to place on the second tier of the shipping hub, the Red Alliance shipping hub, but it falls into the bottom tier. And Lego Queen's having some trouble placing a piece of freight into the hub, but Midnight Ostrich Runners come back and do get one on the second tier of the shipping hub. Meanwhile, on the Blue Alliance, they're unable to get freight onto their shipping hub. Right now, all the freight is in red. Blue is in waiting. And the the Blue Alliance preparing for in-game, it looks like. Midnight Ostrich Runners scoring a final piece of freight before in-game. Commando Bots are stuck. They got into position. There they go. Now they're moving. And their duck is moving. It's moving onto the field. And ducks continue to move for the Blue Alliance onto the field. Commando Bots, like a machine, moving them on. Not to be outdone, the Midnight Ostrich Runners are trying to get their ducks onto the field, but they fall out. And the buzzer sounds. We'll find out what the final score is in just a moment. There was a lot going on in that match, so our referees are going over the final tally with the teams and discussing with them how things played out. So much was going on, in fact, that I didn't even notice that Midnight Ostrich Runners successfully capped on the red shipping hub. They managed to get their team shipping element onto the top of that shipping hub. Impressive. Congratulations to them. Here come the official scores as it's a 37-0 Blue Alliance victory. It looks like there were a lot of penalties, 90 total penalties in that match. Rough match for the teams, but Blue Alliance coming out on top. They need to get on. I do have another duck joke here. Just came in. What did the duck have with its soup? Same as any other answer to a duck joke, quackers. All right, we'll meet our teams for Qualification Match 8. Currently on the Red Alliance, we do have Team 9898, that is 98 squared, and 14906, Leviathan. Meanwhile, on the Blue Alliance, we have Team 10355, that's Project Peacock, and Team 18575, the McAllister Buffs. No motion during autonomous. We'll see what they pull off in teleop. All motion as the robots get off to a quick start. 9898 looking to place. There they do. 98 squared places a piece of freight onto their shipping hub on the top tier of the Red Alliance shipping hub. Project Peacock places freight. Unfortunately, it falls on the red side, and they're on the Blue Alliance. Robots continue to move around the field. Looks like Leviathan might be positioning for in-game for the Red Alliance. Meanwhile, their Steam Post partners, Project Peacock going to grab another freight. 98 squared doing the same. 18575, the Buffs moving towards the front of the field. Looks like they're headed towards the storage unit, maybe possibly to the delivery wheel. Team 9898 scoring a piece of freight on the red side of the shared shipping hub. 103.55. Project Peacock comes back and places one themselves. And by my eyes, it looks like the shared shipping hub might be balanced. There's 3 pieces of freight on the blue side, red on the 2 on the red, but I'm not sure if it's tipped significantly in either way. Oh, 98 tries to place one on their side. It bounces out. Now in the in-game, Leviathan for the Red Alliance places their first duck. 1 quacker down. They go to place another duck. It's slowly coming around. And there's another one down, another quacker down. On the Blue Alliance, they get one on the field. Red Alliance swinging them around. Blue Alliance getting to the hang things. And that's the game. Red Alliance might have had an edge at the end of that, according to the unofficial score, but we'll wait for the final official score to find out. Scores coming in. It is a Red Alliance victory, 48-34. Congratulations to the Red Alliance, Leviathan, and 98 squared. From the peanut gallery behind me, why didn't the duck follow the road sign? Because he wanted to wing it. All right, let's meet the teams for qualification match 9 here at League Meet 3 of Oklahoma. First, for the Red Alliance, we have team 18574, McAllister Black. They're joined with their teammates, team 18577, McAllister Wings. I missed lunch, so I could go for some wings right now. And on the blue side, we have team 16641, McAllister Gold. And we have team 19668, Hive Mind. And I believe Hive Mind won the drivers meeting scoring quiz. Is that correct? Hive Mind did win the referees' little quiz about the rules. Congratulations to them. And as we start qualification match 9, it's all silent. No robots moving. Once again, remind you of how hard other teams have worked to get their autonomous going. But not to say that these teams haven't worked hard. I imagine we're going to see a flurry of activity as we get into the teleop period. Oh, and we actually do see some autonomous going. A delayed autonomous by Hive Mind. Looks like it was intentionally delayed. Perhaps a sneak attack. And we do see all 4 robots moving as we begin teleop. Hive Mind going to place on the shared shipping hub, and they do. 1 for the blue, 1 piece of freight. Looks like the wings go into the warehouse looking to score some freight, trying to knock it loose. The buffs and gold making their way around the field, getting accustomed to their controls perhaps. And we hear a major penalty from the referee. Looks like moving the shared shipping hub or rotating it. Hive Mind trying to get around and go ahead and place. Looks like they are being blocked by the wings. And they do place. I can't quite tell, but it looks like the shared shipping hub is tipped in blue's favor, though it is rotated around, makes it kind of hard to tell. Perhaps a lot of robots waiting for in-game or in strategic defensive places. Looks like Hive Mind does change their scoring strategy, trying to go for the blue shipping hub. Unfortunately fails. And now as we head to the end game, we see Hive Mind moving into position to score some ducks. That Blue Alliance carousel is moving, and 1 duck falls on the field. 2 ducks falls on the field. It's a game of duck, duck, goose for the Blue Alliance, trying to beat the clock, get their last quacker on the field. Oh, there's one that falls off. That one goes on, and it's time. Good match to both teams there. Our referees tallying up the score. Can we get a round of applause for our referees? It's got to be hard to keep the game fair, to call penalties, but it's all in the interest of a great time for all of our competitors today. Great job, referees. And here's our score. It is a 76-0 win. It looks like that 0 is due to penalties, but a dominant win by the Blue Alliance. And as teams place their robots on the field for Qualification Match 10, let's meet them. First, for the Red Alliance, we have Team 10355. That is Project Peacock. Also on the Red Alliance, we have Team 18410, the Lego Queens. Shifting over to the Blue Alliance, we have Team 11354, the Midnight Ostrich Runners. And you could see their shirts even if it was midnight. Joined on the Blue Alliance is Team 9898, 98 Squared. All right, and we start Qualification Match 10. We see some movement on the field. Project Peacock has made it into the warehouse. Lego Queens have made it into the storage unit. And Midnight Ostrich Runners attempted to deliver a duck, but it's still there waiting for them for in-game. Autonomous ends with a 6-point advantage for the Red Alliance. But now it's into tele-op, where we have teams capable of scoring many more points than that. Looks like it's going to be the Lego Queens that might be the first to place a freight in this match. They're going for the red shipping hub, and they do place it on the second tier of that shipping hub. Not to be outdone, Midnight Ostrich Runners on the blue shipping hub second tier. 9898 going for freight in the back. Project Peacock appears to be stuck, maybe in op. Tough break for the Red Alliance. Meanwhile, in the Blue Alliance, Midnight Ostrich Runners placing another piece of freight on the blue shipping hub. 98 Squared looking to make it out of the warehouse to place their freight. Hung up on the barrier. And a duck is scored by the Midnight Ostrich Runners. On the Red Alliance side, the Lego Queens do place another piece of freight on the second tier of their shipping hub to be matched by the Midnight Ostrich Runners, or to be outdone by them, who place one on the third tier. Meanwhile, 9898 looks like they're flexing their muscle as they swing their arm back and forth. Unfortunately, it's not good for that freight. Midnight Ostrich Runners placing on the lowest tier of the blue shipping hub. Unclear if that's enough to tip that hub. As we head into the end game, we see Blue Alliance looking to place ducks. They get 1 down. 2 on the floor. 3 on the floor. And the Lego Queens are trying to match. They're placing ducks. They're falling on the floor. 98-98, continuing to score. Final seconds left as these ducks are going onto the floor. Will they make it? Oh, we'll have to find out. Official scores coming up in just a moment. And qualification match 10 ends in a 76-51 victory by the Blue Alliance. Congratulations to Blue Alliance and both teams on a well-fought round. Let's meet the teams for qualification match 11. Starting with the Red Alliance, team 18577, the McAllister Wings. And their alliance partners, team 14906, Leviathan. Flipping over to the opposite side of the field, on the Blue Alliance, we have team 6042, the Commando Bots. Partnering with them in this match is team 18574. Is that McAllister Black? McAllister Black. Great showing by McAllister. Lots of teams here from them. Right, the ducks are being placed in what was drawn as a random location by the computer. This prevents any team from just hard programming their robot with values of where to go. They have to use sensors if they're going to detect that duck. All right, as we begin qualification match 11, the commando bots immediately go to deliver a duck. Oh, and it makes it out, squeezes in between their wheel and that delivery plate. And they continue to move, heading into the storage unit. Looks like they're parked. Everyone else is parked, never left their parking space. Hard to lose your car that way. Now transitioning into teleop, nobody is parked as they're all flying across the field. Looks like 18577 McAllister Wings is looking to shake things up as they plow into their warehouse. Speaking of shaking things up, McAllister Black might have plowed into their shipping hub. Leviathan looking to place some freight, chasing a ball across the field. Commando bots seem to stick with their strategy of waiting for in-game to deliver those ducks. Leviathan doing laps around their shipping hub and gently placing a freight in their storage unit. Finesse on those controls. As we head into in-game here in a few seconds, it looks like it's currently a negative 17-6 difference between the teams. Blue will have some ground to make up as they prepare to deliver ducks. And commando bots are ready as they place their first duck onto the carousel and deliver it onto the floor successfully. Leviathan looking to do the same on the Red Alliance, and they do. Currently, the Blue Alliance is leading the duck delivery battle, but Red is fighting back, trying to make up some ground. And the commando bots are placing their final duck. Will they be able to make it into the warehouse? They head that direction. Leviathan trying to get that final duck out onto the field. Don't quite. As the buzzer sounds, we'll find out what those final scores are. Impressive in-game there from both alliances. Official scores from qualification match 11. It is a 44-54 Red Alliance victory. Blue Alliance 30 points of penalties, leading to that Red Alliance victory. Let's meet our alliances for Qualification Match 12. First for the Red Alliance, it is Team 18274, Project Paradox. Flipping over to the Blue Alliance, we have Team 18575, McAllister Buffs. They're joined on the Blue Alliance by Team 19668, Hive Mind. We are looking for a piece of freight that's marked with an X. That is the preloaded freight. Continuing here in Qualification Match 12, Hive Mind placing another piece of freight into the shared shipping hub. They've got it tipped in their favor. On the Red Alliance, not a lot of movement. There is some movement, though. Some sort of strategy going on. Distraction, perhaps. Waiting for in-game. Showing off. Does look like a bucking bronco going across the red side of the field. Oh, they've got a freight inside of the Project Paradox robot. Maybe they're just trying to shuffle it around now, I see. In-game begins. Hive Mind moving across the blue side of the field, quickly, swiftly trying to deliver some ducks. Duck moving for the blue side. Blue Alliance getting one onto the field, two onto the field. Oh, a third quacker falls off. But success with the fourth one as we get into the final seconds of the match. Will this last one make it? It does. Maybe. I don't know. It's up to the referees to determine that. My call is unofficial. And in qualification match 12, it is a 52-16 victory for the Blue Alliance, dominant victory for the Blue Alliance, including, despite a 20-point penalty, they still managed to pull it off. As we head into qualification match 13, let's meet the teams involved. On the Red Alliance, we have team 9898. That's 98 squared. Also on the Red Alliance, we have team 18410, the Lego Queens. Switching over to the blue side of the field, we have team 14906, Leviathan. And their alliance partner on the blue side, 18574, McAllister Black. Referees moving the Ducks for position 3 of randomization. Oh, please don't. All right, as we begin qualification match 13, we see immediate movement by the Lego Queens headed towards the warehouse, trying to get points for parking in the warehouse. No other motion yet from any of the teams. Silent, a little too silent, if you ask me. And while I have this opportunity, Ducks jokes are still accepted. Submit yours soon. No jokes about teleop as we head into that period and all robots moving across the field. Flurry of activity. It looks like it's going to be the Lego Queens first to score, and they do on the second tier of the Red Alliance shipping hub. On the opposite side, Leviathan trying to push a freight into their storage unit. Rotating around. Not necessarily having trouble with their robots, just having trouble with that piece of freight. 98 squared moving across the field, delicately moving, trying to avoid hitting any of the hubs. Right now it is all Red Alliance, though not by much. Oh, and 98 is in a pickle. They swing themselves out of it, though. Get them back on all four wheels. But might have gotten themselves hung up on the barrier. Barrier doing its job, giving robots some trouble as they bring freight across or simply try to cross it themselves. Lego Queens give their alliance partner some help as they push 98 out of a tough spot. In-game begins, and Leviathan looking to place ducks on the Blue Alliance and make up some points. Meanwhile, Lego Queens moving into position, trying to place some ducks of their own. Get them delivered onto the field. Leviathan continuing to place. Will they drain all the ducks onto the field before they... No, they do not. They still had one left to go. I'm not sure if that one fell on the floor in time. But as it stands, it's a 39-21 match. We'll find out the official score here in a moment. Official scores coming in here for match 13, qualification match 13. Blue Alliance wins 49-19. Congratulations to the Blue Alliance. Teams are setting up for qualification match 14. Let's go ahead and meet the teams involved here. On the Red Alliance, we have team 11354, Midnight Ostrich Runners. Also on the Red Alliance, joining them is team 18575, the Buffs. As we move over to the Blue Alliance, we start with team 19668, Hive Mind. And joining them on the Blue Alliance is team 18577, McAllister Wings. It is getting to be dinner time. Or maybe it's duck wings. Maybe the ducks fly onto the field. And we start autonomous of qualification match 14. It looks like Midnight Ostrich Runners going for a duck, but just shy of the delivery wheel, of the carousel, that is. They back off. Hive Mind, will they move? Is it their strategy to continue to wait, to keep us in suspense until the end of autonomous, to think that they're broken and not going to move? They pulled it off every time so far, and there they do move, headed into the warehouse. Currently 5-0 in favor of Blue as we head into teleop period now. Hive Mind quickly looking to increase that lead as they place freight into the blue side of the shared shipping hub. Midnight Ostrich Runners looking to make up ground as they place their preload into the top of the Red Alliance shared shipping hub. Appears that they are now in a little bit of a dance with the Buffs on their own alliance. But both teams clear out, go around, and now it looks like Midnight Ostrich Runners headed into the warehouse to score some more. Hive Mind looking to do some scoring of their own in their warehouse. They move around the barrier to the shared shipping hub. They place another piece of freight in the blue side of the shared shipping hub, which is tipped in their favor. Midnight Ostrich Runners perhaps not looking for the shared shipping hub, going instead for their own shipping hub, going and scoring high as they bring another piece of freight across the barrier out of the warehouse, doing those warehouse operations and placing that freight onto the top of the Red Alliance shipping hub. Hive Mind, it appears, has enough place in their shared shipping hub. They change strategies and go to the Blue Alliance shipping hub, placing one into the lowest tier, going back into the warehouse for more. 40 seconds left, 10 seconds from the end game, and Midnight Ostrich Runners looking to place another piece of freight as they raise up. Oh, no, they cap. They cap to start off in game. Unfortunately, tipping the Red Alliance shipping hub as they do so. Hive Mind looking to place ducks. One flies onto the field. Midnight Ostrich Runners also turning the delivery wheel, looking to place on the field. Another one for the Blue. Red getting their first one out. Blue placing. Seconds left. Blue's got a lot on the field. Red is trying to get as many as they can onto the field. It's a close match. It might come down to the penalties on this one if there were any. We'll find out here in a second. scores coming imminently for qualification match 14. And it looks like it is a Blue Alliance victory, 71-45. Penalty-free match. Good job to both alliances. Congratulations to the Blue Alliance. All right, let's meet the teams for our final match of the day. Starting with Team 6042, the Commando Bots. Also on the Red Alliance, it's Team 16641. That's Team 16641, McAllister Gold. Facing off against them on the blue side of the field is Team 10355, Project Peacock. Joining them on the Blue Alliance is Team 18274, Project Paradox. Project Blue Alliance, it appears. While we have this opportunity, the Commando Bots would like to promote the Salvation Army Angel Tree. Several Commando Robotics students volunteer there, and they want to promote this great organization and their services and encourage you to find out more about them. And we start our final match of the day with Project Peacock getting for sure into that warehouse. Meanwhile, Commando Bot's looking to deliver a duck. It's on the field, maybe under their robot, and they head to the storage unit, parked. Now, transitioning into the teleop period, we have 3 of the 4 robots moving. Looks like McAllister Gold maybe having some issues, just hanging out over there. Project Peacock scores first with the freight in the shared shipping hub. Their alliance partner, Project Peacock, looks like they're headed for the Blue Alliance shipping hub. While Project Peacock scores yet another piece of freight into the shared shipping hub. It's now a 3rd piece of freight for Project Peacock, and the shared shipping hub is now tipped in favor of the Blue Alliance. If it remains that way, it will provide bonus points for the Blue Alliance. Commando Bots methodically making their way across the field, clearing ducks. Oh no, they're placing them into the storage unit. Preparing for in-game though. And Project Peacock placing another piece of freight in the heavily tipped shared shipping hub, heavily tipped for the Blue Alliance. Currently 36-19 as we head towards the few seconds before in-game. The Commando Bots anxiously awaiting in-game as they place their ducks onto the carousel, then delivering them onto the floor with that monster truck wheel. Project Peacock looking to place their own ducks onto the field for the Blue Alliance, trying to match Red Alliance with not very many ducks left. Will they get all the ducks onto the field? It's headed that way. They do, and they're headed now towards the warehouse. Can they get also into the warehouse? Oh, their alliance partner not making it easy for them. And it is a close match, 66-61. We'll find out what the actual official score is here in a moment in our final match of the day here at Oklahoma League Meet number 3 at Cascia Hall. And the Red Alliance came from behind, pulled off the victory 76-62. 20 penalty points on the Blue Alliance, leading to that Red Alliance victory. That is the final match of the day. So once again, thank you to all who came, all who participated, all of you watching at home. We wish you all a safe drive back or an enjoyable evening as we look forward to our next set of competitions coming up here in FTC Oklahoma League play.